So pleased to be able to begin by calling on our temple president, Randee Horowitz.
Shabbat Shalom and Lashana Tova. The warden of a prison called three inmates into his office who were about to be put to death. He told them that he would like to offer them one last wish within reason before they die. The first inmate walked up to the warden and said, "You know, I was the president of my congregation, and I gave an amazing Kol Nidre Appeal speech. I researched, wrote, revised, and revised it again. And I would like to give another great speech before I die." So the warden thought a bit, and he said he could fulfill his wish. The second inmate walked up to the desk and said, "I was the rabbi of the same congregation, and I too gave a terrific Kol Nidre Appeal speech, and I would like to make another great speech as well." The warden thought again and said he was able to fulfill his wish too. The third inmate walked up and said, "I was a member of the same congregation. Please, warden, execute me first." I hope you won't have the same reaction after hearing what I have to say. Honestly, I never in a million years would have imagined that I would be standing here this evening as the president of the congregation giving a Kol Nidre speech. You see, I was raised as a secular Jew, never having gone to synagogue, and certainly never knowing any of the blessings over the candles, the wine, or the challah, nor the Shema or Kaddish, or any of the other prayers said on Friday nights or over the course of the high holidays. I didn't even know there were blessings for lighting the candles at Hanukkah. But I did know that I wanted more for my children. So we joined Scarsdale Synagogue in 1994 when my oldest daughter was 8 years old, and it's been quite a journey ever since. I have made some amazing friends, and I'm happy to call the synagogue a second home. My good friend Ellen Plum Rosenberg, past president of the synagogue, once had a backwards birthday party for her daughters, Lindsay and Allison. Cake was served first, party favors given out, and everyone wore their clothes backwards, including tops and pants, socks on the outside of shoes, etc. While I'm not going to do that, I would like to begin with what normally would come at the end of a speech like this, but which I feel is among the most important things I will reference tonight, and that is thank yous to all who make Scarsdale Synagogue the tremendous place that it is. First, a gigantic thank you to Rabbi Brown and Cantor Becker for their friendship and for their spiritual guidance, for their comfort during times of sadness, illness, and grief, and for their joy and celebrations of important milestones and mitzvot for the entire congregation. I'm not sure if the congregation realizes how very special it is to have a rabbi and cantor who work as equals in all decisions and who are so generous to each other in every aspect of their professional lives. We are so fortunate to have both of you. A big shout out to and thank you to Fawn Mendel, our executive director, who tackles the day-to-day situations that arise in managing the building and who so aptly supervises the office staff, Rita DeCenzo, our bookkeeper, Lisa Fortugno and Jackie Kaplan, secretary and religious school secretary, as well as our custodial staff, Kiki Vargas, Jorge Escado, and our newest custodian, Javier Bernabe. Thank you to all of you. This is the 23rd year of Mazel Tots, and we owe the world to Jody Glassman and her staff for everything they do to care for our youngest group and provide a safe and nurturing environment for them to grow and learn. The student population of a religious school continues to grow on an almost daily basis thanks to all of the tremendous efforts by Allie Glassman, our religious school director. I will just say that the apple does not fall far from the tree, and we are really blessed to have Allie and her staff of teachers at SSTTE. Both Allie and Jody would love to have parents of their students volunteer to help them during the course of the year, so please reach out to them if you can offer some help. Lastly, I would be remiss in not thanking our Board of Trustees for all of their efforts in chairing our many committees and for their guidance and constructive comments and advice at our meetings. They too could always use some new volunteers, so please do reach out to them as well. So I came up to the podium and greeted you with Shabbat Shalom and Lashana Tova and even told a joke, which seems a bit out of place given the sacredness of both this evening and tomorrow's service, and in light of the fact that 4 days ago, we marked the one-year anniversary of the October 7th massacre in Israel. Some of you know that my significant other, Itzik Toledano, is Israeli, and certainly the events of that day and every day since then have been filled with anger, fear, and uncertainty for all of us, but especially for those who call Israel their home. Tomorrow, after the morning service ends and before the afternoon service begins, you can hear from some of our Israeli-born members who will share their thoughts with us. I don't have to tell you that the massacre on October 7th has led to a rise in anti-Semitism throughout the world, most significantly on college campuses across the United States, and even in our own backyard, evidenced by anti-Semitic comments spray-painted on the window of a store in the Golden Horseshoe Shopping Center in Scarsdale. We must remember that we have a very long history, and we should be proud to be Jewish. We must stand up to anti-Semitism by doing things like marching in the Israel Day Parade, attending rallies to free the hostages, participating in weekly Friday night services, and giving to Jewish charitable institutions. And I am hoping that Scarsdale Synagogue will be at the top of your list. In May, the Board of Trustees made the difficult decision to accept a deficit budget, and the budget was approved at our annual congregational meeting in June. Our pledges to date have fallen short of our budgeted amount, and we are relying on your generosity at this time to give what you can, not what you want, so that we will persevere and remain the lively, warm, and welcoming synagogue that we are. The amount of your gift is each family's personal decision. We appreciate the value you put into making that decision, and we appreciate every contribution. Your Kol Nidre gift funds our operating budget, which pays for our wonderful clergy and staff, keeps the lights on, and subsidizes the cost of religious school and other programs. Now more than ever, we need your support so that we can continue to run the wonderful programs that we offer, including monthly Tat Shabbats and Havarah services, Torah study with Rabbi Brown, monthly Talmud classes, musician in residence weekend, vodka and latkes, gefilteria, a comedy evening in February, and our Purim Carnival in March, to name a few. Did you know that if 85 families each gave just $100 more per month, we would have a balanced budget? Think about that. We mailed Kol Nidre Appeal cards early last week, and we have additional cards outside the sanctuary doors. Please fill them out before you leave tonight, or mail in the cards you have at home. I shared a bit of my story with you earlier, but there is much more to tell. To quote Brandeis University President Frederick Lawrence, there are different streams of Judaism, but only one kind of Jew, a person committed to finding her or his place in the eternal story of the Jewish people. You each have a story, and some of you have shared your stories with me already. I hope I hear many more, and I hope you will share your stories with one another as well. Each one of you plays an invaluable role in making our congregation a vibrant and supportive community, and for that we are truly grateful. Your actions and attitudes make our community a welcoming place where people feel valued and loved, regardless of their backgrounds or circumstances. This is a testament to the strength of our shared values and the genuine care we have for one another. It is an honor and a privilege to be part of this remarkable congregation, and I look forward to all that we will continue to achieve together in the coming year.